Alrighty, so today we're talking about Sukuna. As you can see, I do have his shiny here. He's pretty cool. I think both Gojo and Sukuna's shiny are based like off of the manga, which, by the way, this looks fucking phenomenal. I am currently wearing his cosmetic right now. It looks disgusting, alright? I think this is definitely one of the better cosmetics that they've put out here. And as for the stats, I will go ahead and show you the decimals because as you can see, it's all Z+. I have 21.7 in damage, an 11.2 in SP, and a 10.4 in range. So you can see that's it's pretty good. He's definitely up there for sure. And today I'm just going to be talking about his damage output and how good of a unit he is. I've heard some very mixed opinions about how he doesn't become full AoE and stay as full AoE. Which is true. He only gets full AoE for about like 5 or so upgrades. It's really weird. Additionally, he is on the same he's still as expensive as Igris, but as you can see, he does deal about 200 more damage. His passive starting out makes it so attacks before upgrade 9 cleave enemies, making them take 20% more damage from bleed. At around upgrade 9, like on upgrade 9, he becomes burns enemies instead. Starting off, he does appear to be like a multi-hit for all of his attacks, by the way. And his GUI is completely different from any other unit. So Haruka, you know, it's just a basic black border. My farms, you know, basic black border. My Igris, basic black border. It's all just basically the same thing. However, for Sukuna specifically, it has this like red spiky border, sort of like his malevolent shrine. It's pretty cool. He is currently the only unit that I know of that does this, of like having a border. Because yeah, I don't think any of the other secrets or limited or any other mythics had this, you know, border. It's pretty cool. You can place down 3 of him, so having Monarch on him would be viable. I think the best traits to have would be Monarch, Ethereal, Blitz, which I currently have, which by the way, it took me over 156 trait rerolls to get Blitz. I'm honestly disgusted. I'm so unlucky that it's not funny. At the end of the video, I will be rolling another like 60 trait rerolls or so. Wave should end, there we go. So, on upgrade 3, he does get Dismantling Slam, which does make him into a full AoE here. He does 8.27k, of course this is with my Haruka. As per all of my other showcases, I will be placing Haruka and then selling her at the end to show you how much damage he can do, giving him a DPS of 1.6. Obviously, it's gonna get better. His passives will change at upgrade 8 and upgrade 9. Of course, at upgrade 9, he will become a burn unit instead, getting his flame release. Now at upgrade 5, he gets his cleaving dash, which unfortunately he loses his full AoE and goes into a line AoE. By the way, all of his attacks are going to be a multi-hit, so he is going to be a good shield breaker and still do a decent amount of damage. He's going to be up there. And at upgrade 8, he is going to get his Sinister Sanctum, which is going to be his active ability, which in this case is going to be his Malevolent Shrine. It's okay, question mark. You'll see that it does help him in the long run if you're able to time it properly. However, the cooldown is fucking gross, alright? We get it here, about 13.28k damage, and if we use it, he uses his Malevolent Shrine, and everything in this area, which is pretty big, it goes to like about here, which is past his, just maybe double his range. It lasts for about 5 seconds, and anything inside of this damage is going to give him plus 1% damage for every kill that he gets, up to 30%, which is still going to be really good. He's going to get this on top of his flame release. This ability is not going to go away. However, its cooldown is so long. He gets 300% damage just for the ability, but it's so unbelievably long. You get 5 seconds of damage output for 180 seconds of a cooldown, which by the way is going to be global. So even if you have another player with another Sukuna, they cannot use the Sinister Sanctum after you use it. Anyways, at upgrade 9, he is going to become a cone AoE and is going to have his flame release. You can see he has like that little arrow thing that he does. It's pretty cool. Oh, let's see him do it again. It's really cool. I really enjoy how all of the units turned out. However, I still do feel like the Sinister Sanctum could be better, because also it's passive plus 1% damage for every kill in the Sinister Sanctum up to 30%. You're gonna have to use this thing like 60 times just so that you can max out his damage. Anyways, I digress. At max upgrade, he does get around 32.85k, which is, you know, it's pretty good. And yep, he does gain the fire element, which boosts his damage by 40%, and he is immune to stun. I do not think that he's like Obito or Itachi, where every time that he attacks someone that is burning, they'll do more damage. However, I still do think that it's still viable, question mark. I don't know, sorry, I'm sick. Anyways, he does get immunity to stun. It's pretty cool. However, in this case, I do think that Gojo would be the better unit, mainly because he is immune to all status ailments. Gojo is immune to the spider raids of being caught in the webs, so he is viable in that place without using a Sakura. However, Sukuna is only immune to stun. Why? I don't know. It's kind of weird. Honestly, it's kind of disappointing. I genuinely thought that Sukuna would be a better unit, but if we place down an Igris here and max him out, he maxes out around 24.06k damage, which, yeah, Sukuna is going to do a lot more damage. However, Igris just is a full AoE, which they both have Curse, so they'll both deal plus 5% damage when attacking a boss. And like, yeah, Sukuna's immunity to snare, immune to stun. I only just saw this, by the way. That's cool, but it's like, Gojo's immune to everything. He becomes full AoE, and his ability makes it so that he gains 50% more damage over a course of like 15 to 20 seconds. Sukuna only gets it for 5 seconds, and it's not even his damage. It's a Sinister Sanctum. Like, yeah, I guess that's cool. He just went from like 32 to 34k. Yeah, it can be better, but I feel like this guy's not as good as he should be. If he was full AoE with a Sinister Sanctum like all the time, like if right now Sukuna got Sinister Sanctum and used that as an attack instead, I feel like that would be pretty cool, mainly because Gojo uses his max purple, and then his ability is his domain expansion, but it's not that fucking long. Regardless though, I think Sukuna is still going to be a very good unit. I know I am just contradicting what I've just said, however, it's Sukuna. He's dealing 34k damage. If you look at my previous video, Gojo did like 50k damage on one hit, dude. Sukuna's dealing 34k damage. I mean, yeah, you could say that he needs to max out his Sinister Sanctum, but it's only up to 30% extra damage, whereas Gojo is quite literally limitless, and as the more waves go on, the more damage he will do. So I feel like, yeah, Sukuna isn't as good as Gojo. I would like to have Gojo on my team rather than Sukuna. Gojo is just a better unit in general. He is a full AoE. He gets an ability that stuns everything in his range for about 15 seconds. He still does the most amount of damage in the game currently. For me, he was able to deal 50k damage. That's not with Monarch, by the way. That's with Vigor 3. So, yeah, I do feel like he is going to be falling off slightly. It's kind of sad. It is definitely underwhelming seeing that Sukuna, who is a unit that's been hyped up for a long time, is only managing to do about this much. Whereas Gojo with one was able to do 50k, and then with another 50k, another 50k. That's 150k damage. Like, if you look at it, it's like he's gonna fall off, dude. Sukuna's gonna fall off before Gojo falls off. But who knows? Maybe I might be looking into this a little bit too deep. Maybe I am overlooking something completely, which I don't think so. I just think that it's kind of stupid what he's doing. Anyways, now's the time of where I usually pull out my calculator to do some nerd shit. He deals about 7.02k, 7020. Yeah, just about there. Times 3. He deals about 21k DPS across having 3 units. Of course, having a Monarch is going to be better, but it's still just, oh my god. His damage is disgustingly bad. I'm kind of sad. Anyways, I'm going to sell my Haruka Rin, and his damage output goes from like 37k or whatever it was to 31. He's okay. I feel like his damage should be a lot better. I feel like he should have a lot more. I guess, yeah, most of his damage would come from his burn. But is that really it? You could have fucking anything else, and then you give him this dog shit. You hype him up so much and you get this. I'm disappointed, dude. The most you get is plus 5% damage when attacking a boss. You're immune to snare, you're immune to stun. But you're not even like limitless. I'm sorry for being a little bit of a pessimist, but this is disgusting and not in a good way. I'm now going to head back to lobby, because as I have promised, I'm going to do a bunch of trait rerolls, obviously hoping to get a Monarch. I don't even know, man. As you can see, I do have 79 trait rerolls, all to be used on Sukuna. I'm going for Monarch, Ethereal, or just anything really good, and here we go. Honestly, I'm not expecting much. I'm not a lucky person. That's already 20 gone. 40 is left. Oh, well, that's solar. I got solar a lot. This is my 3rd time getting solar out of about 200 rerolls. I'm still going. Is this a bad idea? Probably. Should I have settled? Most likely. Actually, most definitely. Okay, yeah, I should have just settled. Okay, fuck me. I should have just settled. Anyways, like I said, just buy all of the trait rerolls. You know, I still have 27 left to buy here, but that's 65 here. Igris, that's another 65 there. Cursed Shop, that's another 50 there. So that's already 200. Plus with the battle pass, like, you get so fucking many, dude. I'm not even finished it, but you can see just how many you get. It's disgusting. Just play the fucking game. You don't need to be pay to win. I'll always say that. See you later. Have a good day.